Hey, I'm Dr. Gary Huckaby. I appreciate this opportunity to speak with you about an event that changed my life a number of years ago. At a conference, not a very good one, a business partner slipped me a note and said, "Has the conference been worth it?" Trying to be funny, I started to think about how long I have left to live in my life. The number I come up with based on actuarial tables is 1,500. I was 45 years old at the time. I think my math can't be right. I know I have longer than 1,500 weeks left to live. There's so many things I want to do. I could list 1,500 activities for weekends right now. I start to think to myself, my goodness, how long will my children be with me? From the time they're born to the time they go off to college, 936 weeks. That changed my life. I start to think, first 150, they didn't even seem to know I was there. What I understand is the last 150, they're not going to want me there. I'm thinking to myself, I only have a 600-week window to make a difference. So it changes the way I deal with my children. And when they ask me to say, "Daddy, will you take me on a bike ride? Daddy, will you help me with this?" You know what I say? Absolutely. I've only got a 600-week window to make a difference. You know, perspective is a powerful tool. It's something that we can change, when many things in our life we can't change. So we have to focus on the things that we can. As a psychologist and as an executive coach and often as a speaker, many people come across your life where I get to peer into what's happening with them. And one thing I can say clearly is that they all have ups and they all have downs, much like yourself. The difference of what people get out of life and how they define if they're happy or if they're successful is often just based in their perspective and their ability to reframe the negative events. Everyone has them. How do you respond to them? My grandmother once told me, "Blessed are the flexible, for they shall not be bent out of shape." After looking at 1,500 weeks, that made a lot more sense. So the challenge to you is to look at those negative events that happen in your life and have the ability to minimize them and reframe them and focus on the positive events. You know, very often I say, what are you selling? Is it something positive? That has a compounding effect in your personal life as well as your business life. I tell my children sometimes, if you think sushi tastes bad, it's going to taste bad. You think you can't sell? You're probably not going to sell. You think you're not good enough for that position? You're probably not going to be good enough. Coaching softball, if you think you're not going to hit the ball, you're not going to hit it. If you're not going to catch the ball, you're not going to catch it. So believing in yourself is part of that perspective of the mental attitude we all need to apply. Just the other day, a company asked me to do an assessment package on several individuals. The individual I sent the company had a long ponytail. And even though he graduated from Princeton and was just incredible in his interviews, everyone seemed to comment on that ponytail. The CEO called me back and said, "Gary, we love the candidate, but let me ask your professional opinion of this." Everyone commented on that ponytail and that he might not fit our culture here at our company. I told him, I said, "John, would it make a difference if I told you that his brother had cancer and that he was growing it out for locks of love?" Long pause. He says, "Are you serious?" I said, "Absolutely." The CEO's response was, "We'll hire him." Just the perspective of a ponytail can change the way we look at people as well as the way you look at your life. And you control your perspective. You want to make that positive. Figure out how many weeks left you have left to live. Think about that for a while and see if it doesn't change your attitude. You control that. I can customize something for you to come into your company. I'd love the opportunity to speak with you in regards to that. Give us a call. We'll make something that fits whatever you need, and I look forward to that opportunity. Thank you so much.